And I just thank the Lord for 36 years of being in the preaching ministry. And I want to say to the brothers that keep studying, keep your head in the word. Don't look for profit when you go out to preach. I've gone many places, driven miles and miles and miles, borrowed money, broke into the piggy bank to go different places to preach within these 36 years. And guess what? Didn't even receive a thank you at some places, not even a dime. But in the midst of it all, God's been good to me. And if God called you to preach, preach. Don't compromise, preach. If you get a nickel, take it. If you don't get anything, keep on preaching the word. Amen. So I do thank the Lord for these 36 years that he has allowed me to be in the preaching ministry, and I pastored 10 of those years and did the work of an evangelist for a long time. And what really made me make up my mind to preach the word as a little kid, and I'm not giving you history or whatever, but as a little kid, they used to call me a little fat preacher, Jesus, and all that kind of stuff. And I always tried to put the calling on our pastor right now. But what really made me come to the grips, I was working at Cass Metals, and the Lord showed me a group of people, and he spoke these words to me. He said, are you going to allow all these people to go to hell because you failed to do what I asked you to do? Put a burning in my heart. And 36 years ago, my first sermon was, what in hell do you want? Not going to preach it tonight. The Lord didn't put it in my spirit. But I just thank the Lord for the 36 years that he has allowed me to be here and to share his word. And for those of you that have your Bibles tonight, I would that you would look in the book of Mark, chapter 5. And we want to begin reading with verse 21. Mark chapter 5, beginning with verse 21. When Jesus had again crossed over in the boat to the other side, and my Bible say of the sea, a large crowd gathered around him, and so he stayed by the seashore. One of the synagogue officials named Jairus came up, and seeing him, fell at his feet and begged anxiously with him, saying, my little daughter is at the point of death. Please come and lay your hands on her that she will be healed. And Jesus went with him, and a large crowd followed him and pressed in around him from all sides. And we also going to say a little bit about verse 25. A woman in the crowd had suffered from a hemorrhage for 12 years. And I'll just stop there. But if I could today, I would ask Jesus a question. And Jesus, where are you headed? And I'm pretty sure that Jesus' answer would be, in the form of my subject, I'm on my way to Jairus' house to perform a miracle. And basically that's what we want to talk about this evening for a few minutes, miracles. Now, Jairus' house can be from point A to point B. And all of us, we travel from point A to point B. It could be traveling to your home, your church, your school, the mall, or your favorite restaurant. But in your traveling from point A to point B, are you too busy in your traveling on the Jericho road to stop and witness to those on the corner. Sometimes we are so busy trying to make it to church or other places, we going fast and end up nowhere. And sometimes we forget about the prostitute on the corner, the pimp, the alcoholic. But on your way to Jairus' house, sometimes you can be hindered. Sometimes circumstances can cause you to stop and help somebody.